Hey you guys. So long time no see. Uh Come to here with the random video. I was doing a meeting Wednesday with some Jehovah Witnesses and they had said something that was kinda a little offbeat for me that I've never heard before. So I went into the Bible and did my good old study. No, I stopped, but I did. Not too much of a study, but just to see what like try to understand what they were saying, get a I don't know, just to understand I suppose. But the conversation at hand was that Judas wasn't at the Last Supper, and I've never heard that before, so it kind of blew me very much. So I went into red. I've said that like twice, two different ways. Uh, what from what I've read, he was at the Last Supper. It was I think they're because John is the only one that doesn't even mention the Last Supper, but it talks about the events that happened 2 days before. And Mark, Luke, Matthew just references the 2 days before. You know what I mean? Where it says 2 days before the Last Supper, not Last Supper, but before the festival, for the meal, uh, the priests and officers was plotting against Jesus to figure out a grand scheme, and they couldn't. Then Judas came in out of nowhere with the best idea ever, and he was so eager to fill the role and find the best opportunity. In Matthew, Mark, Luke, and then in John, it actually it doesn't necessarily go too much into detail, but it does talk a little bit more about the 2 days before of Judas being filled with Satan, the spirit, the wickedness. So they are all at a table eating, chit chatting. I don't really remember what was going on, but they were at a table. Jesus pulled back and was like, you know what? We got to get to it. Got to wash our feet, guys. I'm like, we're not dirty. We're not dirty. And of course, they're speaking it in a different way, but the Lord carries on regardless. And he mentions how everybody is not clean, though. And that was Judas, because even though at that moment he was not fully possessed, he was just in the heart, in the mind of wickedness, okay? Before the meeting with the priest, uh, he was already battling that mind thought and that heart posture. And Jesus went on ahead and washed his feet and kept on referencing to this uncleanness. And so, a little few scriptures forward, he dips the bread in and says, boom, now you are filled with the enemy completely. You don't have to battle that thought no more. You don't have to battle that heartache no more. It's there. Take it, go, run, make the plan, and make it happen ASAP. And that's when in Matthew, Mark, Luke is saying 2 days before where Judas, Judas, filled with Satan, is meeting with the priests and the officers to plot against Jesus and has the best plan and is ready to find the best opportunity to help them with it. Um, so that was 2 days before the Last Supper. 2 days later, on the actual supper, he's sitting there with them again, and he is blessing not just the 11, but the 12. Okay. uh, okay. Sorry. But he is blessing the 12 with the bread and the wine. Excuse me. He's blessing them with the bread and wine. And that's it. That's all. That's just the conclusion of it. He was there at the Last Supper. I don't I don't see any scriptures referencing that he wasn't. So anyways, as I was doing that, according to a conversation I had, something else popped up to me. And it's nothing new, especially when it comes to God, because He's never changing. He's everlasting and strict, loyal, royal. Okay. Anyways, again, it's nothing new to see God protect what is not so pretty. Okay, such as Cain, not so pretty, but he was still, not only was he was cursed, but he was also protected. Uh, Nesbuchadnezzar, not only was he was cursed, but he was protected. A lot of them. Okay, that's Old Testament. Here's a new one. In Jesus' time, in the moment where we are talking about Judas, okay, a man filled with Satan, okay, without a doubt. It's without a doubt. It's not a man battling with his minds and thoughts, and God's giving him a way to it, like Pharaoh. Like Pharaoh. That's another one. That's a good one. But what? Yes, you. I see in the scriptures, Jesus is praying over Judas. Jesus is blessing Judas. Okay, he may not be blessing the wickedness in him, but he is washing him clean. Even though he knows that after he cleans his feet, he's gonna straight up go betray me. Go. And for him to come back with the plan in action 2 days later, he probably been back. But 2 days later on the Last Supper, for him to come back still filled with the enemy, it says there's an enemy sitting at the table both times. And then again, to break the bread and give the wine, this is nothing new in my readings and knowing of God, to be loyal and royal to his heir, to his word, to his kingdomship, to his godliness. Does that make sense? And what I'm trying to get at, because I wasn't really trying to, I wasn't reading these scriptures for this exactly, but because this is random, but maybe it's because it's what I'm going through. And I be putting in Google, knowing darn on well I know the BS already, but for some reason I just want somebody to relate so I can read it. But stuff that I be seeing, it just don't be that. So the Bible is where it's at. And that's not even necessarily the Bible, but the Lord. Uh, I just I can't understand the bashing of people who choose to pray over their enemy, or who choose to still offer a plate of food, who still choose to give love, mercy, and grace. Like, I don't get it at all. God has shown himself doing this plenty of times. Jesus has done it, and then even tells us to love our neighbor. So I really don't get the bashing. I don't get I mean, I guess it could be easily explained that people aren't there yet, whatever, so on and so forth. That's fine. But I don't know. I see God holding himself up to what he says more than what we say, more than what we do. Praise God if we are within his will and in his commandments. But I mean, it ain't going to stop him or make him go even further than what he is already wanting to, or what he has already planned to do. Like, Jesus blessing Judas did not stop him from betraying him. It was actually fulfilled by law. And I thought I paused the video, so I'm gonna choke up these chairs. Uh, it's just it's it's strong. It's mighty to see such sacrifice of love, even in pain. Like I don't know, you guys. I don't know what I'm really trying to say. I think what I'm really trying to say is I don't like hearing that we shouldn't be praying for our enemies. I don't like hearing that we shouldn't feed them, give them the last clothing off of our back. I don't like people being bashed for that. I don't like people being looked at as they're stupid or as they're crazy for that. Like, I just, I don't know. It's bothering some. It's just as bothering as the people that we do pray for. And I ain't trying to sound funny when I say that, but like, you got some people in your life that be doing some crazy things, and it's just like, dang, man, dang. Why you don't want to feel the love? You don't want to feel the dang, man. And as questionable as it is, it's a clear example and a clear reason why, but it's still a headache. You know what I mean? So again, vice versa with the people who are on a good side, who bash people like this, and that's confusing. That's a heartache. And again, it has its reasons why people may think like that and move like that. But to continue as such is definitely the baffling part. I mean, I'm not perfect, my dang on self. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I guess I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys and say the most random thing. I hope you guys do enjoy your resurrection, Easter resurrection. Um, find the grace, the glory, the mercy, love, peace, joy, self control, mild temper, kindness, all that good stuff. Okay, I was gonna say this Sunday, but this Sunday for certain religions, next Sunday for other religions, the whole entire week that just passed to you for other enjoy it and find God's glory and not man's glory. I don't know where I read it. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say I don't know where I read it at, but in the midst of doing this reading in Matthew, Mark, Luke, John during the Passover passages I was reading, I read some in there. I don't know which chapter, which verse, or anything like that. But Jesus has said, "I don't need man's glory." I said, oh, oh," because we are told to glorify God, and if we're told to glorify God, and He's like, "Come on now, what's that look like to me?" It's like, whoa, what is going on here? So just find His glory. You know what I mean? Don't look for man's glory. Look for His glory and enjoy it. Soak it in. Let it release out of you, I suppose. Um, don't allow these spiritualist talks refine you and restrict you, such as, again, with these wicked spirits. They tell us how they suck our energy out. Hold on, I'm being nosy. Hold on. They tell us how they suck our energy out. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm back. They tell us how they suck our energy out and that we shouldn't be around them. We shouldn't even be trying to help them because all they're going to do is drain you. And I don't know, I think it might be in Hebrews where it says we all have the seed of light in us. Not all of us use that seed. Not all of us give allow light to that seed to where it just dims down and die. But hey, how else does a seed grow but through dying? That doesn't sound really positive, but hey, like anybody who follows the Lord knows that you have to die regardless of the fact. So, um, again, don't let these spiritualist talks refine you from who you are and who God says you are. It didn't stop Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, he said, baby, I'm about to wash this man's feet. I know he about to betray me. He actually about to he about to plot against me to take my life. He's going to be a part of the mission of people spitting at me, cursing at me, throwing stones at me, whipping me, torturing me. It didn't stop him from blessing him. It didn't stop him from breaking bread and giving him wine. It didn't stop him from being him and who he was told to be and who he is, who he will always be. Uh, so don't allow the facts to scare you, okay? Because the real fact is God is real, and He is the only true God. And again, if these people are draining energy from you, they're not they're not getting your energy. They're not. They might get the part where you think you done put in all this hard work to feel good for that day. I don't want to say just let them take it, but definitely fight for what's yours. But don't hold on to it because God is the replenisher. We run our own race. You know what I mean? Running for so long, we have to stop and go get that drink of water. Okay, we ourselves end up getting tired and end up pooping out just from pushing. And so now we looking at other people like, oh, you can't do this. Only I can do this to myself. I don't know. Maybe I'm just over exaggerating right there. But the point is, again, if you, we're all called to love. You know what I mean? Especially our neighbors, especially the Lord first. God, okay? The Father. If you are, know you are extremely called to love, okay? Extreme. Don't let nothing stop you. For sure. If anything's gonna stop you, let it be God. And I don't really see him stopping you. Maybe perfecting you, but not stopping you. I hope you guys do enjoy your holiday. I hope this makes sense. I hope it's not too random and too many rants in one that it doesn't make sense. I kind of hope they all correlate together and make sense. And you guys have a good one.